What's going on, stackers? So in this video we're going to be taking a look at my KDP income for the month of December. So welcome back to StackinProfit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now this playlist is actually, no, that's wrong. This video is actually part of a playlist, and if you want to see all of those income reports, I'll link it right there right now so you can go through and watch it. Now, let's actually get straight into this, go over to my Get Book Report and take a look on how much I earned for the month of December. So, as we can see, over the whole account, over the last 2 years, since November 2018, I have now made $64,000 in royalties. But if we look here, we'll go onto here, onto December. I'll break it down even more in a second, but we can see that I did $4,488. Now that's a little bit of a difference compared to last December, just here where I did $8,720. Now I believe there's multiple reasons why I didn't sell as many or as well as last year. One being there is a book that I have that did extremely well last December, which didn't do really well this year at all. I think I spoke about this in a previous video. And also shipping times. So because of COVID and all of everything that's going on in the world, shipping times were not as good as what they were last year. Now what I've gone ahead and done, that's the wrong one, is pulled up Q4 earnings for last year and then Q4 earnings for this year. So you can see that there's only $1,000 different, roughly, on what I made this year to last year. So this is last year, Q4 2019. We can see I had some good sales all through October and November, and then in December it just went through the roof. Now remember, this was last year, so this year was actually a little bit different if we take a look at the graph. So in October is when I did extremely well. I had one of my kids' books ranked, I can't remember where it was ranked, but it was doing extremely well, as you can see here. It was a Halloween book as well, so as soon as Halloween finished, just here, I had that massive drop off, but then still had some really good sales. But you can really notice the difference from last Q4 to this Q4. Now over here, right here, we can see I had some really good sales up until December the 18th. And then this year, the shipping times weren't very good. So I think right up until December 16th, 17th, roundabout here, was when, if anyone purchased my books, it wasn't going to get delivered till next year, this year, in January. So, or just after Christmas. So the shipping times weren't very good, but as we can see, I still did fairly well in Q4. Now this isn't a Q4 video. I will probably do a Q4 earnings update as well, a KDP income report just for Q4, because there is quite a lot that I would like to talk about. Anyway, so like I said, Q4 was pretty good. We can see that just here. December, not as good as what I thought it was going to be, but still extremely happy with these results. So in December I made $4,488. Now if we look here at the graph for the month of December, if we change this to units like that, we can see how many units I was selling per day. So in the beginning of December, it started off at over 100 units per day, and it stayed over 100 pretty consistently until we got around to here, round about the 17th, again when the shipping times started to change. Now if we go back on to earnings just here, let that load up, we can see I was having $200 days there, 150, 274, 266, and then that drop off again. So again, I'm still extremely happy with my results. I still only had 3,940 books published for the month of December because I kind of took December off to relax, and it was pretty good. So anyway, for the month of December, 4,488. This is not all profit. So nearer the end of the video, we'll go over to my Amazon advertising account and deduct my ad spend. Now, if we scroll down to here, we can see that 90% of my earnings came from .com. That's US Amazon. Now, last year I did actually focus, not a lot, but I was putting time and effort for the UK marketplace, which I didn't do that this year. So maybe that's another reason why I didn't do as well as I was hoping. But nonetheless, I sold 90% over on Amazon.com, 5.5% here in the UK, 3.7% in Canada, and then just a little bit on other marketplaces. And if we look here, that $4,488 in royalties equates to 2,126 units sold. Now, if we break that down, we can see my bestseller. My bestseller was this one. This is a kids book, a Christmas book as well. So this is really seasonal specific, but we can see that I did $1,082 in royalties just from this one book, and that equates to 634 units sold. I sold 176 units of this one, bringing in $571. This is actually in the blank recipe cookbook niche. Then this one, 215 units, making $433. This is a composition notebook. This one, again, 130 units, $421 sold. No, royalties earned. And this one is another blank recipe cookbook. So those did actually extremely well for me this Q4. Then this one, 138 units sold, $281. This is actually one of my colouring books, which has been doing pretty well. And then I'll do this last one just here, which was 61 units, making $148 in royalties. And this one, this is actually a Valentine's Day book. Now, if you want to know what type of book this is, I will be talking more about this in the LCB Vault this week, because I spoke about this last year and it did extremely well for me, so I'll be talking about that this week. Anyway, that's my results. I sold 2,126 units. Again, I'm still extremely happy with this. It could have been slightly better, but I don't like to complain. Now, let's go over to my Amazon advertising account. Let's pull up a calculator as well. Just give that a second to load. There we go. So let's go back over to here. Let's take those earnings. 4,000. So 4,488.21. Deduct my ad spend. So if we go over to here, we can see my ad spend over the last few months. Last few months I was spending a little bit more, and in December as well. I actually spent $1,281.72 in ad spend just in December. So let's pull this up. Pull that to there. So that's 1,281.72. So we'll do that, and then we'll deduct that. That leaves me with $3,206 in royalties earned for December. Again, still really good for me. I was hoping it was going to be a lot better, but you can't complain, and you can't compare yourself to others. That's a slippery slope, and you're always trying to make as much money as everybody else. Just go at your own pace. You're going to get your own results. Just remember not to compare, to everyone else, because even me, some of my students even did a lot better than what I did this year, which is absolutely crazy and awesome at the same time. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.